they were present, not only the ones controlling things, but the ones who did some of the design. Now, if that's the case, why would we be providing cars for these people? Why do they have cars? Township cars.
Mr. Cancro?
President, I'm only aware of one person, the OEM coordinator, having an OEM vehicle that's equipped with various different equipment that is helpful in a situation.
Oh, then we hope he's going to be here then, so he can use what we provided for him in a given situation. Okay. On the Thomas Alva Edison Memorial Park, if you had any progress through the chair to Mr. Lair on that sublease?
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Actually, I forwarded to Nancy Zerbe last week the draft, what I consider to be the draft, including all the comments that they had, and then once they've given me their okay, hopefully that'll be soon, I will present it to the council.
Okay, I thought there was something because she showed up Monday. Are you doing that as the law director, or were you asked to do that by the council, the sublease? Because when I talked to you before, there was going to be there was no plan for that. I mean, when you decided to do it, I mean, was this as law director, or did the council instruct you to take that procedure?
Let me answer the question this way. It needs to be done because we entered into a lease through the council. We entered into a lease to renew for 20 years with the state. So I did it as law director, but it needs to be done in order to protect the township.
Well, that was my concern to begin with. It had nothing to do with my being against the tower. On the, Harts Mountain I mentioned. I don't know what's holding that up. On the ethics board, the law says 90 days from promulgation, whatever that means. But it does say 15 days afterwards. And I think they developed their code or whatever it was last Thursday, 15 days. They must publish. It doesn't say send to the newspaper. It says publish. Okay, the code, and also to schedule a hearing. They must also provide a copy to the clerk, who will distribute it to officers and employees. And then, not the less than 30, which means you have to wait for 30 days, there is to be a hearing. So I would suggest that they already have not, I don't think they followed their timeline, but I think they should be aware that since they took that action on Thursday, that within 15 days, they're supposed to publish that code that they adopted, and also to schedule a public hearing. And I think somebody has asked the state for a ruling on this. I don't know if they got apply in writing or not.
What we could do, Ms. Wells, is we could have our liaison, Councilwoman Pearlstein. I mean, I'm sure she heard what you said, and
They
just
actually,
check out those couple
just
things.
to pipe up here, they actually had a lot of going back and forth regarding this very issue. Their attorney, Stan Fink, initially thought they would have to reappoint everyone and start from zero again. That's not the case. They got a ruling from the Attorney General's office on the issue. And they said that they were fully compliant. Now, as far as what they do from this meeting going forward, I'm sure they'll follow the rules to the nth degree.
Well, I'm just advising you that there is a 15-day, and that it's not just send to the newspaper like the council can do. It says publish. So this means you publish it just the way you do your ordinances, is my understanding of that. Can I finish?
How much time do you have, ma'am?
I've got something to say about senior citizens. I think that's the end. Mr. Grund isn't here. But anyway, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I once had to go for my flu shot to the health department. and I sign the paper authorizing them, and then they put in and get paid for Medicare. They also do blood pressure screening. I don't know, one of my senior friends told me they signed for that too. So I don't know why you would have to sign for blood pressure screening, because it's not invasive. So that's a question I want to ask. I'll try to reach him. And the other one, the podiatrist. Why are we getting involved in all these things? Why would we need a podiatrist at the senior center? I mean, I have a good podiatrist. I don't want to see him and lose any patients. I mean, I can see it's different with the blood pressure because there are seniors who don't ever go to a doctor. Okay, so I can see that, but not to bring professionals in. It's almost like the recreation department again, only now the health department's doing it. As for the meals, sure, the other seniors centers do it, but the other seniors do not have the old loyalty to the club program. Some of them have both, just an open senior citizens club, and there still are a few in Somerset. They have a residual couple of clubs that still do on their own. But in other communities, it's a township-wide club. There aren't the area clubs. They serve lunch every day. They have a program so seniors can go every day if they're interested in the schedule of activities or other things. It's not like Edison because we still have our clubs with their days. So there is a difference. And as far as having to provide or take some of their space away for emergencies, there are other provisions. I happen to have had something unfortunate happen to a family of mine where everything burned down. The Red Cross is there. This township cannot be everything to everybody. And where our provisions are made other than the township, I think we should not be expanding into those areas. So to take away from the seniors, to put a couple of cots in, I don't know, I just think this is not necessary. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.